Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend so far. I hope you're rocking it out, whatever you're doing. I hope it's awesome. I hope you had a fantastic week and you are excited for the weekend and build new ideas and goals that wind you up and move you into action. Quick update, I am in the finishing touches of my weight loss course for beginners. If you are interested or you know of somebody that might be interested in early bird access, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with that. What I wanted to talk a little bit about today was, yesterday we talked about simplifying weight loss. Today I wanted to talk a lot about what I wanted to talk about was tips for boosting the metabolism. No matter what your weight loss, wellness goals, right? If you're not boosting your metabolism, if your metabolism is not working for you, then it is working against you. There is no way around that. We need to do things to help our body be productive, right? To maintain the overall levels that we need it to perform at. And if you're not boosting your metabolism, then it's working against you, and it's not actually able to absorb the nutrients from the food that we're eating. It's not able to perform at an optimal level, and that's where I wanted to come in, give some tips that help me, and hopefully they help you too. Let's get right into it. Tip number one is eat smaller meals more frequently. I like this one because we live busy lifestyles and we can tend to get overwhelmed and stressed out really easily, and our day can tend to fly without us really realizing it. And then what happens when we load up on huge meals at a time, our body doesn't really absorb all of the nutrients that it can because it's just being overloaded with stuff, right? So we want to help it out in that way, in the sense of having smaller meals more frequently. So where we would normally have 3 big meals a day, we want to aim for maybe 5 or 6 little meals, right? It's easy to do. You just take your big meals and you split it in half. Right? So if you're whatever you're having for breakfast, split it in half, have a little bit now and then a little bit, in a 2-3 hour time frame. Break it up into where you're eating roughly every 2.5 to 3 hours. And that way it just keeps your metabolism in an ongoing state, right? So when we eat a big meal and then we don't eat for a long period of time and then we overload it again with food. What happens is our metabolism is not really able to do much with an overloading of food, and then it reaches a point where it just stops, right? So it doesn't stop, but it slows down. So we're going, and then we slow down, and then we all of a sudden pick right back up. So that's why we want to smaller meals more frequently, and then have our metabolism working at a high level throughout the day, as opposed to the up and down levels. We have it just working more beneficial all day, right? That way, when we eat smaller meals more frequently, we're burning calories all day long. Think about our body as like a machine, right? If the machine is moving all the time, then it's always producing. So when our metabolism is moving and it's working all the time, then it's automatically burning calories, right? Your resting metabolic rate will rise. That's a good thing. That means that you're burning more calories at rest while you're sleeping. So many more benefits of eating smaller more frequently, as opposed to just loading on your food 3 times a day. My next tip is strength train. This one is good because muscle burns more calories than fat. And what was it? I believe, actually, I don't really know what I'm trying to say there. There's a comparison between fat and muscle, and I really wish that it would come to me. But what we're talking about with strength training is weightlifting, right? We want to do some sort of training that requires us to use our muscles. So we don't necessarily need to use weights, but we do need to train in a way where we're building up our strength. So what does that mean? That means weightlifting. That means using our muscles in a way that we are actually trying to work them. But if we don't have equipment, then that could mean push-ups, squats. Plank is a huge one, right? That one's good for overall body toneness, I guess, if you will. You know, then you want to up your cardio rate, right? If you're doing more cardio, then you're burning more calories automatically, and that will actually strengthen up your lung muscles, strengthen up your respiratory system, allow you to breathe better. So there's so many benefits with strength training, and that way, what I want to focus on more than anything is the fact that muscle burns more calories than fat. So that right there is reason enough, I think. You're going to be automatically burning more calories if you're muscular versus if you have fat. So when I talk about strength training, I'm not talking about this huge thing that you have to go into, right? Gym memberships and buying the equipment and the yoga bands and all that stuff, right? We don't need any of that because, like I said, we can do it all with our body weight. So what we're talking about more than anything is fitting it in where we can. We don't want to make it this whole thing where we have to, get this whole routine down, right? We are busy people. We have a lot going on all the time. So a lot of times we can't, oh, hey, DJ Yannix, what's happening? Thanks for joining me. Glad to have you on. We are talking boosting the metabolism. Hope you are interested. So we are busy people. We are not, we don't always have time to add stuff into our routine. We don't always have, do you lift? What do you lift? Show me your muscles. I lift a little bit. You know, what can I say? I have my own little gym set up at my house. So I like doing it by myself, actually. Gyms are not really a thing at this point. Broccoli is good. Broccoli is good. Thank you very much for that tip. That's an awesome tip. I love broccoli. Fun fact about broccoli is a serving of broccoli is roughly the same amount of protein. That's what it is. The same amount of protein as a serving of steak. So very much going to make you full for not that many calories. Thank you. I like that. Broccoli is a good one. Right, we're talking about when we're busy, we can't always afford to add stuff into our routine. So we need to figure out where we can do it, where we can fit it in throughout our day, right? So squats are one that we can fit in basically whenever we're kind of doing other things. Push-ups, you know, you don't have, well, actually, a beneficial thing that I was reading was that you can actually, if you do little workouts throughout the day, so instead of, if you're trying to do, say, 50 push-ups, instead of doing 50 push-ups all at once, if you do 10, 5 times throughout the day, or if you do 5, 10 times throughout the day, it's actually going to be a lot more beneficial to you in the long run. I think you're trying to say poops, but yes, it does make your poops smell. That's a lot of your body doing the cleansing and detox thing, but yeah, it is what it is. You should check out the poopery spray that we offer over at Euler Living. That's actually very good. It's a combination of essential oils that help cover up the smell, and I like it. So strength training, we're talking 2 or at least 3 times a week. We want to fit it in if we can. I like your certificates. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. This one up here is a certificate of a certified essential oil specialist. This one over here is making me a certified life coach. I have some too. That's awesome. That's amazing. I am so happy to hear that. That's wicked, bro. Good job. So try and build muscle wherever you can. Actually, I like that one. When we're building muscle, focus on vegetables that help to build your muscles, right? Avocados, bananas, stuff like that. Those are good muscle building vegetables that you can add. Actually, avocado is a fruit, fun fact. I don't know why that came to my head. So strength training at least 3 times a week. Do what you can with what you've got. Don't beat yourself up. That's the one thing that I wanna stress on more than anything. Don't beat yourself up. If you can't do it 3 times a week, you can't do it. Don't try and add stuff to your routine and make it super overwhelming that you can't actually follow it. Just do what you can with what you've got. You're awesome. Do it. Deal with it. You can deal with it. You really can. Number 3 is to add some spice. I like this one. Spice. We're talking chili peppers, right? Maybe some jalapenos if you can handle it. I know my grandpa was huge for that one, the peppers, and they would actually grow their own. And oh man, they were hot. Oh man, they were hot. They would burn your everything. But adding spice to your meals is a great way to help your internal system to sort of rev up a little bit, right? Think about like a car. If you're revving it up, right, you get that. So that's the way that spice will help you in helping to boost your metabolism. It's one of those things that sort of kickstart it into gear. So wherever you can. I know a lot of people don't like spice. I mean, Tina's one of those that, you know, if it's really spicy, she won't really go near it. For me too, honestly, right, if it's really spicy, I don't like it being more spicy than flavorful. So I like a little bit of spice, but I like the flavor too. So add some spice where you can. Don't try and, you know, overdo it so that it, it's totally overtaken the flavor of your food, but definitely try and add a little bit where you can, sprinkle a little bit on top. You know, this is one of those less is more type scenarios. So, where you can try and add a little bit, to your diet. My next tip, get more sleep. I love this one, and I talked about this earlier with regards to boosting your resting metabolic rate. More sleep will help almost every part of your life, and that is scientifically proven. So what we're talking about with regards to getting more sleep is our body goes through a cycle while we're sleeping, and it needs to have a certain amount of time to go through the whole cycle. So when we're not giving our bodies enough time to go through that cycle, it doesn't actually benefit us very much in the long run because it's cutting out a little bit of our body's natural healing process every night over a long extended period of time, right? If we don't get enough sleep once in a while, right? Couple times here and there, that's fine. It is what it is. We're human. Right? We make mistakes. Stuff happens. Life gets in the way. It's all good. But we want to get more sleep on a consistent basis. So what we're talking about is at least 7 to 9 hours every night on a consistent basis, right? We don't actually need to, every single night, all the time. We should, although I read somewhere that the best investment you can make in yourself is 8 hours of sleep. So, but we want to get enough over an extended period of time. That way our body can have that time that it needs to go through its whole cycle, right? So, that's it, right? Getting more sleep doesn't always mean sleeping in more, right? We can't always sleep in more. So a lot of times we go to sleep a little bit earlier to try and catch up that way. One thing I did read though is don't go to your bedroom until you're actually tired because your brain will actually counteract your body in that way and think that you're supposed to be staying awake when you're actually wanting to go to sleep. So if you go to your bedroom and you're not tired and you're just kind of tossing and turning and fidgeting, it's going to be a lot more detrimental to your, your sleep efforts in the long run. So that one of the suggestions was just to come outside and do some sort of thing that helps you to, calm down and relax type thing. Essential oils are great for that. Lavender is a huge one. doTERRA's got a few blends. Serenity's another great one to help promote relaxation, right? Create that restful environment. Stress less is my next tip, and this one is huge because stress affects every single part of our life. And a little bit of stress is good. We need a little bit of stress in our life to help us grow, right? To help push us outside of our comfort zone. But when we stress too much, it leads to so many bad things. And one of the things right off the bat, two things actually, we stop eating very well and we stop sleeping very well. Because when we're stressed and we're going through things in life, eating healthy is not on the forefront of our mind. And when we've got too much going on, right? Finding the time to cook and prepare meals and do all that stuff is not happening. And then finding the time to get 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep every night, that's crazy. No way is that happening. So that's where we need to figure out ways to stress less, do what you can. Understand that you need a little bit of stress in your life to kind of push you forward and get you outside of your comfort zone, and that way. But too much stress leads to overeating, undersleeping, right? Then you start being down on yourself, and you're not really happy with yourself anymore, and you start being your own worst critic, and nothing you do is right, and you just get super upset with everything you do. So trust me, I've been there. Stress less, and it will help you stress a little bit less every day, and it will help you over time. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I've referenced them a few times throughout already, and I love them for everything. Creating relaxing environments is a huge one, but helping to boost your metabolism, oh my goodness. A blend of oils like Smart and Sassy from doTERRA is a great one for boosting the metabolism. It's got oils that help boost the metabolism, help curb your hunger cravings, it's got citrus oils in it, so it helps to sort of uplift you, right? Another blend is Zendocrine, which actually is a citrus blend that is great for cleansing, detoxifying. I read something that your gut is actually a second brain. So, right, anything we can do to help our gut is very beneficial to our overall health, because that's our second brain, right? We do stuff on a daily basis to help our first brain, to help us perform better in life. So we need to do things that help our second brain, which is our gut, and that helps us in every aspect of life. That's all I got for you for today. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, or if you'd like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. I thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.